Yeah, let's start. So I would like to start by say hello tomorrow, Simon, because for you it's already tomorrow. Well, what time is it where you are now?
Yeah, 6 a.m. here in New Zealand. Yeah.
So New Zealand is always ahead. That's why you help me to predict the future, Simon. Because here in Montreal it's only 1 p.m. So we are used to this time slot because we know each other. I would like to introduce you to our audience. So Simon, you are a freelancer. I specialize in ServiceNow. You are part of N2 for more than 2 years, based in New Zealand. You also have a strong experience on SecOps and IRM, which is rare on the market, I must say. You help us on many topics already. So thank you for being here. What would you like to share about you? Who are you, Simon, as a person?
Yeah, so my background is actually, I guess, a bit unusual for ServiceNow. It's a lot of the past 20 years or so has been in journalism and marketing, IT journalism and IT marketing. And I discovered ServiceNow about 5 years ago when I worked for an elite partner who needed some marketing work, and fell in love with the platform and have slowly sort of migrated over more to the implementation project side. Still doing some marketing work for partners as well. But prior to that, actually going back a long time, and this certainly ages me, but more than 30 years ago, when I left school and enrolled in university, I started doing an artificial intelligence stream, which was a sort of a multidisciplinary course across computer science, mathematics, philosophy, and psychology. So I've had a long interest in IT. Just sort of watched it in AI, watched it develop over the years. So yeah, fascinating to have this conversation with you today.
Yes, Simon, what I love about your personality and the interaction we have is first, we are not from the same continent. So we have really a different culture, which make exploring two personality is great. You have this experience, but you're not only an IT geek. You are always questioning the why behind our action, our relation to customer. And you are also someone who give a lot to the community. You give a lot to N2, but you offer your help to the ServiceNow community. I get to know you. You've been awarded Rising Star this year and last year. So it's a recognition from the community. But what does it mean in a few words to be a community Rising Star? And what is the ServiceNow community doing?
Yeah, so anyone who doesn't know the ServiceNow community, I certainly recommend checking it out. It's just a very large and active group of forums discussing everything related to ServiceNow. I think over 600,000 members now, and yes, the Rising Star is recognition for that. There are about 200 of us at the moment. I think just recognition for those who have been involved and contributed. For me, I love it. It's a learning experience. Anytime there's a question that I find interesting, that I kind of partly know the answer to, it's great to kind of delve deep into it and find out a bit more, and then offer up a solution if I can find one. So yeah, it's great.
Oh, we are lucky because N2 is global. We have people across the globe, New Zealand, but also Hong Kong. And I think we have Simon as a rising star. And I would like to say hi to Sohel as well, who is also a rising star for part of N2. And I can see in the chat we have people from Dubai, from Bangladesh, so that's really cool. And even if it's a global project, ServiceNow is a village, and we help each other. And that's what we love about this platform. We do business, but we have people, we have human, we offer help. And thank you again for what you offer today, Simon. So today we are going, and yeah, a funny story is that you, Simon, get to know N2 because first of all, you recognize our logo as NZ, like New Zealand, and you were looking, oh, there is a N2 community or NZ community in New Zealand. And no, it was N2, but that's how we get, that's this kind of accident which make us getting to know each other. And you were part of the gang who was in the Las Vegas Knowledge last year. So that's great. We are truly created a friendship relation across the community.
Yeah. Absolutely, it's a great community, and both the wider ServiceNow community and what you guys have done with N2, it's great.
So today we are going to talk about Xanadu. I don't know if I spell it correctly or pronounce it correctly. It's a funny word because we were used to large city, famous city, Rome or whatever. And here, Xanadu, I try to look why. And do you know why? The reason behind Xanadu?
Yes, I guess there's not too many options with X, is there? It's one problem when you decide to go through the alphabet.
I get to know it's kind of a city, old city in the north of China, Mongolia. So there are also other meaning around Xanadu. That's very interesting. But Xanadu is also opening to a new world of GenAI. But I also get to know that for you, AI is not new. When was your first contact with AI, Simon?
Yes, well, as I say, it's from way back when I was a student in the late 1980s. I had an interest and studied it. Actually, ended up focusing more on the philosophy side of it. I actually ended up with a degree majoring in philosophy, but there's obviously a big component of philosophy within AI. And yeah, it's following the progress.
30 years ago, almost? Or 25?
Yes.
So AI is not new, but now AI is really known by at least the tech world as an enabler for a lot of promises and sometimes disillusion as well. Months ago, we talked with Fred about the importance of data management, but today we are really going to look within the last release of ServiceNow. What are we going to cover today, Simon? What have you prepared for us?
Yeah, well, just I should say AI, GenAI, and machine learning. It's not new to ServiceNow. ServiceNow has been incorporating GenAI and ML into its solution for several years now. But we'll just look at some areas where it's really taking off, and particularly the Xanadu release has been the largest in terms of improving and enhancing the AI platform. So we'll just take a look at how it's being used in a couple of work streams where agents, call center agents, are interacting with customers or employees or IT staff are talking to employees with problems.
What excited you the most about the last release?
So excited me about
the last release of Xanadu. What was the most exciting feature you discovered?
Well, because of my security operations interest in that part of the platform. The Xanadu's a big release for SecOps. They've kind of introduced some of the key GenAI features which have previously been available for other work streams like customer CSM and ITSM. Those have come across to SecOps now. So I'll give you, because I'm a bit biased towards that, and it's new. I'll give you a quick look at that. And also what's happening in the ability to auto-generate code and even create whole applications. So yeah, a lot of exciting stuff going on.
So you are expert in risk management, I know, but you also like to take risk. And I know that for us today, you have prepared some demo. So stay tuned. and it's going to be live demo. So you have even increased the risk to say, hopefully
Yes,
the
yes,
platform will work.
Yeah.
Excellent. So before we deep dive, what do you believe? What is crucial for ServiceNow developer, manager, for a customer, if they want to stay ahead of the new release? Because ServiceNow is releasing 2 times a year. It was already difficult before AI to stay at the pace of this deployment. So now we have to learn more and more. But what do you believe as crucial for that?
Yes, well, I mean, there's obviously so much happening in the enterprise service management software space. I mean, I guess AI, GenAI is everywhere now. Has been for the past couple of years with since ChatGPT came along, and I guess there's a lot of hype out there. So I guess if you're a CIO or someone in management who needs to understand what's happening in the ESM space, you really need to sort of keep on top of things and I guess and understand how to separate the hype from the reality and understand what the business case is in your particular enterprise. Is there you really need that ability to understand if there is a good return on investment from this, and I guess that involves kind of spending some time.
So basically, what you mentioned is, we should be clear on what is a hype and what is reality when it comes to innovation, and especially for AI, and try to look at where are the potential return on investment if you start to use the capability of the platform, because it's not everywhere. It has some interest, but be careful also not to just put a buzzword for nothing, right? That's correct?
Yes, that's correct, yeah. Mm-hmm.
And so do you see any challenge that we could have if we do not adopt the Xanadu new feature and we just say, okay, we will look at it later. It's not on our roadmap now. We are not ready. You could have also the other effect that to say, no, we are not ready. We will wait. AI is a hype. We are not going into it. Is there any risk and challenge as acting like that?
Yes, I mean, definitely there's the risk of being left behind. I think if your competitors are implementing solutions that are making the customer experience much more seamless, much faster, and the IT experience for your staff much easier, then there's that real risk of getting left behind if you don't also sort of take advantage of the technology that's there today.
So it's going to go fast, so better not to wait. And even if it's not on a full company scope, let's try to have some maybe proof of concept. Let's start something, initiate, get your team ready, so you will not be left behind, as you say. And also, I guess one of the challenges is that the platform for many of our customers is still seen as an ITSM tool. I had a couple of cases last month where the company was just looking, oh yeah, ServiceNow is nice, it's for ticketing, right? No, it's a platform, it's an enterprise platform. It's covers the full enterprise service management processes and even more. So same for AI, is going to be integrated in many capabilities, as you mentioned, IRM, CSM, SecOps, ITSM item, of course, but consider it as a platform, as something you can use across your processes if you want to maximize the value. That's what I understood actually, Simon.
Yes, that's correct. And with enterprise service management, a lot of these AI skills are transferable from one workflow to another. So we'll look at incident summarization, for example. What does giving the agent who's in front of the customer or the staff member with a problem, giving them a quick summary of what's happened, and that's obviously something that you can use across ITSM as well as CSM and human resources and security operations. That summarization through AI capability is a powerful one that can be applied across so many different disciplines.
So consider it as a cross-discipline implementation. And if we look to what we will cover today, I guess we have a first case about, as you mentioned, summarization. So case incident summarization. So AI is very powerful at helping people to get in time in analyzing the volume of data they are managing. I think we are going also to cover the possibility to generate data, like a knowledge-based article. And we will also tackle the code generation, which is also quite impressive, which may give the idea, I can get rid of the developer one day. You will tell us that's not maybe completely true. but that's basically what we will cover. So what about maybe just starting and trying this first case, Simon?
Sure, yes.
So, and I will help you to give some context. Let's hope that the technique will follow. So, I can see a screen. So where are we, Simon? Because we may have also people who do not know the platform. So ServiceNow is a platform, SaaS. We are connected, and you are connected, I guess, as an agent. So someone who is in a company on a daily basis, managing tickets, managing relationship with customer or whatever. What can you tell us about the context?
Yes, and as I say, with my interest in security operations, so in this example, this is a screen that a security analyst at the organization would see. It's called the Security Incident Response Workspace, and it's a sort of a homepage, if you like, for the security analyst whose job is to dive into numerous different security risks that present themselves and the related tasks during the day. So I'm sure it's not unusual for someone to log in and have this kind of list of tasks that they need to respond to.
So Simon, if I, as a user, an employee, I do report a tentative of phishing, there is a high chance that if the company uses ServiceNow, a security analyst will receive it, and that's what you will have in front of it. And you can imagine that he could receive thousands of incidents a day, and he has to be effective and productive. So that's where the story starts.
Correct. Yes. And so let's imagine that this is yes, as you say, here's a phishing incident that the analyst might be faced with, and he or she will have a whole lot of information that they need to digest as quickly as possible. Here we see in this case, for example, there's quite a extensive activity stream of previous activity that's happened with this particular incident. Here is the initial email that was received, and as well as the activity stream, we have various other pieces of information, like the affected users. So people who have potentially received this phishing email.
So today, that's something what it's already done in the current release of ServiceNow. Manually, people will say, this incident security has been maybe analyzed by different people in an organization. It has been linked to affected user, maybe also to a CMDB, to some components. So that's what we do today with the platform. And suddenly AI appear, and what happened?
Yeah. So yes, I mean to say one of the challenges that the security analyst will face, or any agent sort of facing an issue, no matter what the work stream is, they will want to. Sorry, I'll switch it right there. It's very helpful for them to get a very quick summary of what's going on, and with Xanadu in the SecOps space, ServiceNow have added this ability to automatically summarize the incident just simply by clicking on this button, and there you have. So that summarizes everything that's been in that extensive activity stream that we saw before. Explains, what's happening in a single line, a slightly more detailed explanation, and then in this case, it even goes through to summarize who the affected users are. So there, right there, the agent can get a very quick overview of what's going on. I've seen some stats, the analysis that they do, not specifically for SecOps, but just for AI in general. They believe that that GenAI can save each service agent between 13 and 20 minutes per day. Just through this type of stuff. So that obviously adds up, for a large organization. That's a big saving. And in the security operations space, for example, analysts are not cheap to hire, and they're highly skilled, and the less time that they spend on basic comprehension and digestion of simple details around a particular incident, the less time they spend on that, and the more time they can spend on solving these security incidents, the better. So this can be a real saving.
So in fact, what this means this is not going to replace the human analysis. So we still have to put human where human has to be. But at the end of you arrive on your work, and you will, instead of spending time analyzing what your colleague have been doing, and we will just summarize incident in a minute or even in a few seconds. So you will get your attention pointed to what you need to look at. And I guess also, if you need to be compliant to some internal processes where you do have to create report, you do have to prove what you've been doing properly, because we talk about process, we talk about compliancy sometimes. I guess this is also a potential a great value for a company to save time and to make sure we are compliant, because we have AI who has prepared and prepares the work.
Yes, absolutely. In fact, in this case, I just open up this document that's in the activity stream. This is as you can see, this is a summary of this particular security incident.
I think we need to have our again the screen, because it's not shared anymore. But this will come in a minute, I guess. Jesse will help us here.
So this is a just a summary of the incident, and it includes the AI generated content. So again, a very powerful and simple format that can be shared around to the relevant people, saving a number of phone calls or however you might communicate this information. You can simply share this document.
Excellent. So this was the first case, security incident, by the way, a very interesting capability of ServiceNow platform, which we love to implement with our N2 folks. Let's talk about maybe another case. I guess it's about interaction with customer, interaction with employee. What have you prepared for us, Simon?
Yeah, so we'll jump now from security into customer service. And I have, so this screen is what a customer service agent at an organization might be looking at. And here we are in the middle of a conversation with a customer. The customer has come into this.
So I will just also help to get some context. So, in fact, here we are again in an organization which offer customer support. I guess a lot of customer may have complaints, issue, whatever. So on the company side, we do have a customer support, maybe a service desk or whatever. They receive complaints, maybe compliments from customer on a daily basis, and this is what they use in ServiceNow. This is, I guess, the CSM suite, or
it is, yes, this is the CSM suite.
So we are in the customer service management suite, and we manage what we call cases. So one cases is basically one relation to a customer. Correct?
Yes, and you can see from the activity history here, we have a customer who has ordered a product online, and then that's gone fine. They've just asked to actually speak to a live. They've done that through a chat service, which again, something else that you can do on ServiceNow, and obviously a great time saver, resource saver. But this particular customer has asked if they can speak to a live agent over chat, so that they've been transferred. And the first thing that the agent sees is a summarization of this particular interaction. So just a very quick overview here of what's gone on, so the agent can automatically understand what the issue in the system sort of automatically generates a couple of responses, and then the agent might think, well, okay, how do I reply to this customer? And we hit this AI button, we get the system will automatically generate a suggested response for the customer. Oh, and there it is, and it's generated the response, and it goes straight into the chat.
It's going faster than you.
It is, yes.
So yeah, we can see.
So there's the chat. The agent can obviously review that and change it if they're not happy. But
So
again,
in this case, AI will also help you to gain time in first summarizing the case, summarizing all the information of your colleagues. So maybe a full team has been working with this customer, because I can be a very tough customer when it comes to asking support. So I may have talked to 10 different people, summary, and also you will have a predefined answer, which will be, grammatically correct, politically correct, because also sometimes when you talk to managing customer relationship, you need to have a certain way to answer. When you give it to a natural language, it's maybe challenging to find the proper way to express an answer to a customer. So here it's predefined, but human can still interact, add his flavor. So it's not purely a robot. It's really something which assists the human work. And I do see we have a question on the chat. Can we create a knowledge-based article basis on a case? And it's funny because the question is right at the time, because
yes,
we do have the answer. And I think you do have prepared also an example.
Yes. Yeah, no, that's a very well-timed question. So moving on again, so we're still in the customer's service management workspace that the agent uses, and this is a slightly different scenario, as you've just talked about, Nico. Say, as a customer with a complaint or a problem, and we're working through resolving that. And again, we have an AI generated solution that's been proposed. One good thing with this ServiceNow solution is that it'll always tell you when something is related to AI. So you'll see a little flag to make it clear that this has been generated by AI, and make sure to check it. So if we're happy with this solution, we can propose that. And so that goes into the system. And another aspect of GenAI in ServiceNow is we also have this chat window that the Now Assist GenAI tool provides us with, a simple way to to communicate in natural language. So if we just simply click on generate a knowledge base article.
So again, for the one who are maybe not familiar with the support process while the machine is running, I will explain. So basically, what happens is every day you receive same cases, same answer, and if you want to train, educate your team, the good way is to use what we call a knowledge base. And in this knowledge base, we need to create article. So the output is a process or procedure which will be helping your colleague to do what you already know. But in the old world, this requires time, effort, management, and also, I must say, a lot of pain for many organizations because they do have a knowledge base which is usually poor in quality, I would say. With GenAI, we will be able to, or we are now able, it's live, to generate article, and I guess this is what you are going to show us, which are clear, straight for the purpose, and in a second. So that's going to be really I guess a value enabler for service desk for even support organization. So do we have the result?
Yeah, so simply a matter of clicking on the button to request a knowledge base article.
Time.
Yeah.
As you can see, it's a live demo. It's not a okay.
Right. So yeah, so we simply create the article. And again, it's the system makes it clear that this is generated by AI and that it needs to be checked.
And it takes some time, of course, to process. But here you have your article, so you just have to review. And if we just look, issue a customer was unauthorized, or is there a problem of billing? Blah blah blah. It's also give a clear example, reference to the case, and we are able to provide the procedure. So I guess this answers the question. Yes, we are able to create knowledge article, but we still need to check the output of the AI. That's also valid when you use ChatGPT and so on. Don't consider it for something which is valid if you have not checked the output. This is very important.
Absolutely, yes. Yeah.
So this work for, I guess, ITSM. This work for CSM. It work also for human resource process. Where does it sit in the ServiceNow suite?
Yes, well, yes, as we've discussed, this obviously that type of functionality where you're just summarizing information that's on the system. It can be used for any workflow, and as you know, ServiceNow has so many different workflows. Whether it's one new one that's been introduced in Xanadu, the latest release is financial services. So that's one focus for ServiceNow at the moment, making better use of AI across financial services, as well as the other workflows that they've already introduced.
So yeah, as a also a reminder, or maybe a news for some people, ServiceNow is very good at supporting ITSM. So you can create knowledge base for your IT department. ServiceNow is excellent for customer service management. So you can create knowledge article for your customer. But for human resource, because we do support employee workflow, like for example, I get a problem on my last payslip, or I want to take a paternity leave. You will use ServiceNow to cover these needs, and you will also introduce AI to generate employee-related knowledge with ServiceNow. It's fascinating.
Yep.
Thank you, Simon. We are lucky. The machine is working. So I think we should push the level a bit hard and try something even more complex. Can we support the ServiceNow implementer generating a configuration of ServiceNow with AI? And can I get rid of my developer?
Yes. Well, good news for developers. I don't think so. I think we're still going to need developers for quite some time, but we can certainly help make their jobs easier. by, again, as with the security operation analyst role, these developers are, very skilled people, very expensive to employ. So you want to get the best out of their time. So you don't want to be wasting their time doing basic stuff when they could be doing more high level things. So yeah, let's look at scripting, and this we'll keep this very basic, but there's now the ability to just use natural language prompts within the platform for developers to automatically generate code. So let's say I just want to keep on top of what incidents are going on for me in the system at the moment. So if I say print all open priority 1 incidents.
So yeah, as we see, ServiceNow is a low-code platform. So normally you have a lot of out-of-the-box feature, and we do encourage our customer to stay out of the box. This is kind of one of our, how we say in English, when it's like a strict practice and the rules we should keep, stay out of the box. But from time to time, you also add scripting to improve your implementation. And so here you have, imagine that you want a specific output of all your P1 incidents. That's right. You just comment it. Because if I remind from my my developer time, when you make // this is a comment, correct? So
yes.
you have done a comment just to express your intention, and you have let the machine prepare the code.
Yes, and as you'll see, it's just prepared some code here. We can just go ahead and accept if we think that's going to do the job. And then we see it's run the it's come back with a list of identifying all those incidents that we asked it to.
Okay, and to the tricky question, can we get rid of developers? The answer is no. We are going to offload the basic task, which are like, instead of going to Google and trying to find a piece of code, because many developers do that. Yeah, basically you will have the AI helping you to generate some piece of code, but of course your brain power will be focusing on complex and also making sure the code you produce is fit for purpose.
Absolutely.
There is a question: is GenAI available for all languages? I don't know if you have the answer.
Oh, yes. I'm sorry. I'm not sure where things are at with it. That's certainly the intention. That's certainly on the ServiceNow roadmap to increase the number of languages that it's available in. But no, I'm sorry. At the moment, I'm not sure exactly where.
Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. We don't know yet, and we will maybe we have the name of Arno. Hi, Arno. We will find a way to answer to that. And we do have another question from someone who asks, can we extract contract duration, term, and clauses from the financial services if needed? And I will say yes, but I will let you confirm.
Yes, look, I think so. I'm not particularly familiar with what functionality is available within financial services right at the moment, but I'm pretty sure that could be achieved. Yes.
So, and I will just, in this case, answer with an opening question. Next month, I guess in November, you are going to have a live from N2 about our custom app, because at N2 we have our own custom app where we do manage our freelancer community contract, and so within ServiceNow, and we do have AI now, which is, I guess, my colleague is currently coding the final touch, but we are using AI also to investigate on our contract. And so yes, the answer is definitely yes, we can, and that's the main usage. You can analyze a lot of information and extract the key component. So thanks for the question. So we have seen summarization of case, of incidents, knowledge article, code, and we still have a bit of time for maybe something exciting about app creation. So some context. ServiceNow is a platform with predefined application, ITSM, CSM, and so, but it's also a great platform to develop your custom app. And so what can we do with the app creation, Simon?
Yes. Yeah. So you've talked about how out of the box is the best way to implement a solution like ServiceNow. But the reality is that sometimes an organization will need to create specific workflows that are unique to it and can't just be bought out of the box. So that's where application generation comes in, creating an application that solves a specific workflow or issue for a company. And that brings us on to the concept of citizen development, which is an increasingly important part within ESM and enterprise software, enterprise tech, and that's the concept that within your organization you've got people who are subject matter experts, know their field very well, and know the processes that the organization needs to go through, but they're not developers, so that they don't know how to write code. So if you can find a simple no code way of extracting that information from their brains to generate the processes, then that's a win for everyone. The organization gets the workflows that it needs, and the IT department gets some stress taken off them, because they don't need to spend a whole lot of time understanding what's required and then building it. So this app generation capability that ServiceNow are introducing, it goes some way to helping with that. It's using AI to assist subject matter experts who are not coding experts to create applications, or alternatively, as with the coding, enabling the developers to quickly get the simple stuff done fast. So establish a framework for a new application without spending too much time on it. So shall we dive in and have a look? Again, we have the chat interface. We simply go in there. We want to create a new. Oh, I'm sorry, I clicked on the wrong one. We want to create a new app, and we can start a natural language dialogue with the AI, and we just simply tell it what we want. So I'm just starting to type in some information, giving the AI some basic details about the application. And this is, to be honest, this is a simulation. Obviously, I'm not.
Of course,
my typing is not this good.
You are becoming a machine, Simon. You are typing so fast. So basically, the case is I meet the business, I extract what they need, I express it to my chat, Now Assist, and here, with the discussion, we are going to shape the application. How many tables, what kind of workflow. So,
correct. Yes,
that's funny, and that's also scary, I must say. So
yeah. So there we go. So this is what I've told the AI, and it's come back.
So here you are building a cross-training management app, and you are going to have a table for the user, maybe for the training. So everything has been predefined, and you can review it. And
correct.
And
yes.
Then,
and so
I guess
this is what the AI has come back with. This outline. So the next step is it asks me if I'm happy with this, or if I need to fine tune it in any way. So I've said yes. Not quite happy with it. Let's make some changes. So I guess the two-way conversation carries on at this point, and I provide some more details.
So yeah, that's the idea. You start with a conversation, and as you will do with maybe a business analyst, you discuss and you negotiate with Now Assist based on the output to improve your application.
Correct. Yes, that's a good one. Yeah, this is really an artificial intelligence, taking on the role of the business analyst to some extent. And again, to assure all the business analysts out there, I don't think you're going to lose your jobs too soon.
No, because I guess the value of a consultant is really to question the why, and this machine tend to always say, "Oh, you're nice." I don't know if you realize, but if you talk to ChatGPT, for example, what you get out of it is always what you want. The AI is not challenging you, and we are consultants. We are here to challenge our customer, and we are here to also try new way. And I guess this is not something AI will replace today. So it's just going to be an assistant to maybe offer you more free time for a coffee discussion with your customer to really talk about the business and the why your machine will just prepare your work. That's how I see it, at least. It's like, I like to say, I don't know, Simon, if in New Zealand you have KitchenAid brands in your kitchen, it's just helping you to make the bread faster, but it's not going to replace the chief and the flavor of the cook. So AI is the same. It's not. Otherwise, I guess we are going to have the really, really bad application if we just avoid analyzing the output of the machine. So
absolutely.
We do have a question from Sunita. How does GenAI can help in operations, support, project? How can we convince our customer to use this feature, especially when we upgrade our instance to Xanadu?
Yes, well, I mean, as we upgrade to these latest versions of ServiceNow, there's more functionality. So I guess there's more opportunity to try and convince the customer that there's value there. And I think it comes back to making sure that you do know what capabilities are there that will appeal to your particular customer, and being able to show them, demonstrate these capabilities to them, to I guess and offer a proof of concept that there's value to be had. It's a return on investment is there. We talk, I guess, in enterprise service management, KPIs like mean time to resolution are key. You really need to to really pin down those key KPIs or service level agreements. If you can, so it's just a case of saying, look, there's the capability to do this. This is what it could achieve. Let's try a proof of concept, and we'll show you how we can get some real value out of this.
So I will say first, maybe train yourself to know what to talk about. That will be first, because it's new for every one of us. Try to also, as we say, operations support. I guess this is place where we do have history of incident, where we do have history of event, where we are managing every day a lot of information. So let's look to feature area where we will be able to extract out of this data something we already know how to do, and where the machine and the AI will be able to reproduce and make our life better. And that's what I would say, Sunita. We should really use the AI to do something we already know, but just to accelerate and to reproduce that. That's what I would say.
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
Excellent, Simon.
Yeah. Shall I quickly? I was quickly returning to this demo. I'll just show you how the process works. So we've gone through a couple of iterations of backwards and forwards, making sure that we have the structure of the app correct. So if we're happy with that, we simply go generate the application, and here it is. The AI is just working away, creating what it needs to, and then we're presented with this summary. This is App Engine Studio is ServiceNow's app creation tool, and here we have all the details that AI has produced for this particular application that we've asked it to. But as you just said, Nico, that's kind of the start. So we've now got the framework. We've got an application with tables and users who are specific to this role. Oh, sorry,
so it has prepared my work, but it has not finalized the app yet. So we will need to now consider the workflow and so. But at least it's maybe help me also to get some inspiration where I should start.
Yes, and the basic, that we've saved the developer, so much time by just creating the basic framework. So now they can go ahead and.
Excellent. So plenty of, and I guess this is only a few feature you have selected, because there will be plenty of area where we will see Now Assist capabilities. So Simon, what would do you have some advice or something you'd like to share as a conclusion? Because we are almost at the end of the live. Yeah. And if you do have questions, do not hesitate. We are here to answer.
Yeah. No, it's as we've discussed. It's really a matter of there's so much there. It's really a matter of just going out and learning more, discovering what is available, and really focusing on for your organization what makes sense. It's cutting through the hype and finding something that will really benefit you from a return on investment perspective. So plenty to learn, plenty to keep an eye on, and I guess and at the same time being aware that there's obviously so much hype out there at the moment. You really need to spend some time kind of cutting through to ensure that what you're going to invest in is actually going to return.
It means also finding the right people to assist and to support you in your implementation, and this is key.
Yeah,
that's why we are here at N2. I would like to say we do have a QR code somewhere, and which if you scan it, will lead you to a PDF basically, where you can get some insight from and a summary of what you've seen today. You can always reach us at N2, any of the freelancer. If you are a freelancer, if you are a customer, you need support, we are always here to help. And I think we will meet again in a month, again with a practical case on the ServiceNow platform, but with our own custom app, and that's going to be very, very interesting. Have a nice day, Simon.
Yes, thank you so much, Nico. You too. It's been great to chat to you.
And thank you to the folk around the globe. I see that really, it's always so nice to see people who react and send us feedback. So thank you. Bye-bye.
All right.